Are you wondering what we're doing today? We're on the way to a friend's family's estate sale. Hello, I'm Karalee.
And I'm Charles.
We're an old married couple who enjoys traveling, cooking, and having adventures.
Together we enjoy all the wonderful things the world has to offer.
Join us as we discover the wonder about us. Chin chin. We're hoping to maybe help them out and help us out as well. So we took Charles's car in case we have to put some big things in here. So if you're going to an estate sale and you're looking for something particular, okay, rather you're looking for something for yourself or a gift, then you want to go the first day because they have a lot of great things and stuff, sales straight away. Then while you're there, if it's close by and you think it might be a little higher than you want to pay, you can make them an offer. They probably won't take it unless it's towards the end of the first day. But if you think it might not sell that day, then you can risk it and go back the second day or their last day. Usually they're 2 days. But so if you go the second day, particularly if it is a professional estate company, they usually have fabulous sales. So they usually do like everything 50% off. Or if the place has a lot of small things, then they'll maybe say fill up a grocery bag for X amount of dollars. Now, the professional estate companies will also bring in things from previous estates to help dress up the place, or as people say, stage it. And so that helps also. Sometimes they'll want to help you pack. I got in trouble a while back. I bought some beautiful, beautiful antique, vintage, really antique brass Miller lamps, and they packed them up for me. Well, what I didn't realize is that the one they packed up for me had not only a broken shade or a cracked shade, but a broken chimney, and the chimney is impossible to find because it's just an unusual size. And if I had noticed that, I would have asked for a little bit more of a discount, but I got a really good deal. So do pack up the things yourself, so that way you can double check and see what kind of conditions they are in. Usually we split up, particularly if it's a 2-story house. One of us will go upstairs and one of us will go downstairs. We kind of talk ahead of time about what we're looking for, and we have a little saying. We call it SABO, and because you forget what you're looking for, and so S stands for self, because you always forget about buying yourself something, and the A is for the antique mall, and the B is bazaar. So because my mother has her annual bazaar, and there's wonderful things to sell there. Sometimes we sell a lot of vintage glass there. And then the other is other. The O is other. So that's when you want to remember your friends and family and birthdays coming up and that type of thing. So it's a great little, what do you call that acronym? Mnemonic. For us to remember. And so if you guys like to do shopping at garage sales and stuff, kind of think of your own little one so then you can kind of remember. Because sometimes one of your brains will be working one way and the other person's working the other. Just recently, we went to a garage sale by the house, and we've been talking about doing a Kentucky Derby party at our house for some time. And so they had these Kentucky Derby glasses, and they had years on them and statistics and a little different logo, and they looked really, really cool. So although there was 13, which is an unlucky number. But I said, Charles, what do you think? And he was thinking, antique mall, and he's like, yeah, maybe. And I'm like, for us, for the Kentucky Derby party. And then he goes, oh my God, yes, what? And so we got them, and we got them for a fabulous price. What was it, $4 for all 13?
$5 for 13 of them,
yeah. So they were really good. None of them are cracked or chipped. At that price, I didn't look. I just took the whole box, but I put them in the dishwasher this morning. So kind of excited about that. So it's always fun to kind of split up, and then even though you've split up, then you'll still want to cover both the ground that the other person covered as well. Because even if you walk into a room and you think you spent 20 minutes in that room and you really looked, I can guarantee you missed something. And so it's always good to have to go where that other person looks. And always remember to look high and low. A lot of the things that we find, the best treasures, I guess is what I should say, that we find them low and underneath tables, and it's because when they first set up the estate sale, they didn't have room for everything, so they left things under the table. And then they get tired, so they don't go back and fix things up. And sometimes, if it's a family handling the estate sale, they'll say, "Oh my, where'd you get that? We were looking for that." And I'll say, "Well, do you know where the other half is?" And they'll be like going, "No." And then sometimes I'll say, "Oh, I saw the other half out in the garage," or whatever. And so it's always good to look high and low, and don't be afraid of making an offer. They want to get rid of this stuff, but don't insult them either. Don't ever offer less than half. That's insulting, and it's liable to piss them off. And you have to remember, it is their family treasures, and they're trying they're getting rid of things that were meaningful. Because sometimes they don't have the room for all this stuff. They've already taken the things that they had room to save, but sometimes they need the money also. So don't be insulting to them. Never offer less than half, and be prepared to bargain. Usually when I have a sale and I have it listed for $10 and somebody offers me $5, I'll say, "How about you want to split it and go to $8?" And so be prepared for that as well. Do you have any other tips, Charles?
I do. So my biggest tip is count chess pieces. And that doesn't necessarily go for chess pieces, but also like you don't want to buy a Monopoly set that doesn't have the car.
Well, not only count them, but make sure that the right pieces.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure that oftentimes you're buying things that people have had for a long time, and they're not going to be complete, or they'll be missing something. And so make sure you get all the pieces, because you don't want it unless it's complete. It's new to you.
So, I'm glad Charles mentioned that, because one time we found this chess set. I don't remember, it was like a Civil War theme or something. Wasn't that?
It was the Franklin Civil War chess set.
Yeah, it was. Okay. And I asked the dad, are all the pieces there? And the dad said, "Oh yes." I said, "Okay," because one time we bought a chess set and all the pieces weren't there. And they're like, "Oh no, we checked them." And so we got home and we set the piece up, and it was missing one of the queens. And so I called them and I said, "I'd like to bring this back and get my money back. Not all the pieces are there." Well, first I said, "Can you look around and see if you can find the queen?" And because I thought, well, somebody could have moved it. And so then I think they told us on the telephone. So then on the phone, we're still talking to them on the phone. I'm like, "Well, if you guys can't find the queen, I really don't want this. Can I bring it back?" And they decided that I could, which, if you're doing through a regular estate sale, it says L sells final. And so then, before we hung up, the mother said, "Oh, the son has the piece. He decided to keep that one piece because it was cool." And so the mother called the son and had him bring the piece back, and so we got the piece. But had we not had the chance of checking it for even the next day, we would have been SOL. And we paid a lot of money for that chess set.
Okay, we've just arrived at the estate sale. I had to park quite a ways away, which is usually a problem with these sort of things. I dropped Karalee off at the front. We're going to come up on it now.
For stuff. So I got some really cute Halloween things. Haven't decided if those are going to be for us.
One thing to remember is that these are old people. Usually these are old people. It's very sad to go to these things because these are people who have died, but there's always a lot of holiday decorations. Because think about it, we collect a lot of holiday decorations over the years, and there's always a ton of holiday decorations of these things. I think only one time have we ever been to an estate sale where it was somebody young, and that's kind of sad.
That
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
very sad.
so-
Yeah. So we've got some cute little Halloween things. I love these little chickadee birds. And I got, because I don't have very many Hallmark ornaments, right?
Right. Yeah. Just a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait till our estate sale.
Yeah. So I got a little Hallmark ornament. I got some Fitz and Floyd plates. I got some old. I hope these are made in England. I think they were. Yeah. So I've got some Wedgwood plates.
Yeah.
These will sell really good at the antique mall. And then we always have stuff for us. Now I can't show this because this is going to be a gift, and he may watch our show. And then Charles. So I guess I got that ornament. I want to show my ornament.
Okay.
It's the cutest little thing. Some people don't like mice, but this is a double thing.
You're gonna run that close to the camera.
Okay, I'll run it up. I'll have to run it close to the camera. I don't know if it's going to be in here or not. There we go. So it's a little Hershey chocolate milk, and then you've got these cute little mice streaking out of it. So it's just really. And then Charles got some stuff.
So I got a box of BBs. I'm doing a project that maybe I'll talk about a little bit later, but I needed to weight something, and so I was literally going to go to Walmart the next day and buy a box of BBs because they're the perfect weight for something where you got to pour it in. It's got to fill a lot of nooks and crannies.
So I have to tell you, he didn't pay for these BBs. Because the lady said, it's the last day. So remember I said, you go to the last day of the estate sale, you get a lot of good deals. So she's like, you want the BB gun? And he's like, no, I just want the BBs. And she's like, oh, just take them. So Charles gets all this shit for free. So then what else did you buy?
Oh yeah, so I got a bosun's whistle. I don't know. I've always wanted a bosun's
Oh,
whistle.
I gotta get the lantern.
All right, you go get the lantern. Let me try this thing out, right? Okay, this is gonna be really loud. The dog will probably howl as a result. I'm not exactly sure how it's supposed to work, but I'm gonna learn. So we'll see some more of that.
It drives the dog crazy.
Yeah, I got the dog barking, so that's one thing.
And so we got this this cool boat lantern, and it's the starboard. So the green's on the right, and the red is on red right return. The red is on.
The red is on the left. Port is left, and starboard's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got let's see how many things we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got 13 things for $25.
Good deal.
Very good deal. So, so there we go. We have a lot of fun.
That's it. So
and the secret item.
And the secret item, yeah. So make sure like and subscribe and share the video with your friends. If something they're interested in, like going to estate sales or going on adventures with us. Yeah.
Can I have one more tip?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a little blanket in here. So if you don't have a lightweight blanket, because sometimes you get lots of fragile things to kind of tuck them in. The other thing that works really good is just the plastic shopping bags or other shopping bags. So if you take a bag full of bags, then you can tuck glasses kind of in between those, and so you can get to the cash register without them. So sorry, I interrupted you.
That's all right.
So go ahead.
So I'm Charles.
I'm Karalee.
And thank you for sharing the wonder about us.